I needed a device that could be used with the Samsung DeX functionality. Samsung DeX is a desktop computer-like surface. If you put USB-C to HDMI adapter into your phone, it also comes with Huawei mobile phones. I have here a dock, a stupid dock that's useless at the moment. I've here a USB-C to USB adapter with a network adapter. If you want this be used with HDMI output, you can actually use these together. So put in display link adapter into the USB port, and it will output the desktop, but not actually if you install the app. It will give you only a mirroring, not the special surface. You can use this adapter USB-C to HDMI, but then you can only use Bluetooth mouse or Bluetooth keyboard, so not so convenient if you want to plug in more. A little bit more workable if you have this adapter. It has a power supply USB-C, it has an HDMI and one USB port. USB port, if you have a USB or a Bluetooth mouse and Bluetooth keyboard and one USB stick, you could use it like this, but it's not enough functionality. You can of course always use this together with one external hub, and then you can get all the peripheries you want to use at the same time, like a number pad, a keyboard, or a mouse. So I tested one dock with integrated functionality, like 2 card slots for a SD card and TF card, and it comes with a port for USB-C power supply. It comes with 2 USB 3.0 ports and of course the HDMI output. For Samsung and Huawei, they're actually different. Huawei, I tested it and I had no issues with the Samsung DeX surface, but Huawei made it difficult for me. Huawei does only allow to use cables that are within the length of 1 meter. If there's a cable of 50 to 1 meter, it works. With an HDMI cable of 2 meters, I don't get any USB 2.0 periphery to work. Don't ask me why, I don't understand. Mouse and keyboard does not work if you're using 2 meter HDMI cable. So I tested it all because. And also, if you want to use keyboard and mouse, you must not plug in the USB-C power supply. If you plug it in before you plug in mouse and keyboard and have it working, there's no functionality for it. And also, if you want to use more than just USB mouse, USB keyboard, and maybe you also want to use a keypad and also a USB stick, then you have to have a USB hub without a power supply. If you have a hub with a power supply, I don't know why, you don't get USB mouse, USB keyboard to work. So first plug in a USB hub without power supply, plug in USB mouse and keyboard. If you have it working, then attach the power supply. That's very strange. I did this with USB 3.0 self-powered hub and attached mouse, keyboard and keypad. They're all working at the same time. So after that, after I plugged in the USB 3.0 self-powered hub, I plugged into the power supply. Then I also could plug in another USB hub. This is a 10-port USB 2.0 hub with power supply. I plugged in 1, 2, 3 USB sticks they are recognized. I plugged in a printer cable. You can use an app like Printer Share that has the functionality to print via USB. And I plugged in also a USB headset. It's also recognized here. And just for the fun of it, I have one optical drive plugged in. It does work. And also I plugged in DisplayPort adapter just to see if it's recognized. Yes, it is recognized. And also 3.0 USB sticks, they are all recognized. And for the fun, for the testing, also an iPad, but the iPad only charges because this USB hub has high power output for 2.5 or 2.4 volts. What actually does make problems is a hard drive. If you plug in a hard drive, the phone does not operate anymore with USB sticks. You cannot use one USB stick anymore. I mean, this hub has enough power with the yellow ones, yeah, I have to plug it out to use the USB sticks again. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 USB sticks plugged in, and all are recognized by the phone, so you can actually work with it. You can copy from one drive to the other drive. The functionality is given. And if you want to use your browser with the desktop like, you can switch browser like Opera into tablet mode from phone mode in a tablet mode, and it's actually usable. So you can also switch the user agent from desktop to tablet or to phone, and you get the standard size. So it's quite workable this way. You have the phone sitting here. If you have USB headphones, or I mean Bluetooth headphones, you can continue to make phone calls and walk around while your phone is in desktop mode. Yeah, I tried it a full day to work with it. With certain apps you can work. You have to switch them into tablet mode, and actually Office works quite well with the Huawei environment. I do have a tablet, the Samsung 12.2-inch tablet, and you also can use mouse and keyboard with it, but the mouse functionality is not given. You can use the mouse for copying and right click, but if you use this with the standard phone, you don't have the functionality to simply copy and or right click to get something done. So it's actually working. So I can recommend a dock or adapter like this together with an USB hub that gives you more functionality.